welcome to this new episode of Continuum Gaming, this time around in English, as you may already have noticed. And today we are going to have a look at 3 different games again, which will be Spellunk, Pinfire and Saft Inc. Stealth Thief game. My name is Gerald, and as always I've got a couple of different things with me, which are, for instance, ArcMouse, which is this input device, ArcMouse of course, so a mouse. And we are going to use the Foldable keyboard as always, which is this one. And all of those are Bluetooth devices. We could use the Xbox One as wireless controller, but there is no game in this mashup which will support that. For games that will support it, please have a look at the other videos before. And of course, as the main device, we are going to use the Lumia 950 XL again, which is a Windows 10 mobile smartphone with Continuum enabled on it. It has Mozo cover at the back, and it's connected with a USB-C connector, or a cable in this case, with the display dock, which is standing at the side here, and this one is connected to the TV, and like that we can have a look at this desktop-like experience we are generating by the smartphone. And of course I can, for instance, control that now with my different input devices, which are connected to the smartphone by Bluetooth in this case. If you want to know more about that, please have a look at the corner up there. There are a couple of different other videos where I'm going to show you that in more detail. And then I would say, let's start with the first game. The first game is called Spellunk or Spellunk. It's a little bit of a game or wordplay in the name, spelling and a bar more or less. And it's a little funny, so let's have a look at that. It's Spellunk in this case, and it's a small little game for people who like to spell stuff and crossword players and stuff like that. It's not exactly a crossword player game. It's pretty interesting in the way it has to be played and stuff like that. It's not easy, just to let you know, it's not easy. And what is this all about? You can see this is more or less the play field, and all these different letters you're seeing here are going to have to form some kind of words. And the important thing is that the words need to be at least 4 letters long. So if you see something like, I don't know if there's something already there, sometimes there are. Soul, for instance, would be, of course, the sun, but that is not going to happen in this case, because in the end it's not 4 letters long. So you have to have 4 letters, and there are different colors here which are going to be explained in the help menu, of course. But first off, let's have a look at a couple of the ones I already know. For instance, if you have these here, those don't have any kind of letter on. And those can be stamped, and as you can see, you have different moves in the game. So you can, for instance, stamp something for 5 times. And so if I click on that, I'm going to be asked which kind of letter should be on that to, for instance, form some kind of a word. Just to let you know, words can only be formed in a way like from the left to the right and from the top to the bottom. Everything else isn't working. So no diagonal stuff, no backward spelling, no, don't know, from the bottom to the top or something. Only those 2 versions are able or are possible. And so let's have a look at what we can do here. As you can see, there's a different thing which is called swaps. Swaps just means we can, for instance, swap around 2 next to each other lying letters and try to get something out of that. Okay, so let's have a look at this. This is pretty easy to do. So here is lit. Lit is not a word we can use here because it only has 3 letters, but we can do light with it. And since we can stamp something, I can just click on that. Click on E in this case. And as you can see, he's going to give us some kind of points, and you can see those are going to be in that corner up there. So you're getting all the different words you are getting here, and you get, of course, some kind of a score for each and every word you're going to put in here. So there are a couple of other colors here too. So for instance, red means it's not movable or something, you can't do anything with it. And the other colors here, most are more or less only to multiply, for instance, your score you are getting with the word you are forming with this letter and stuff like that. If you want to know more about that, have a look at the corner up or down here. So if you have a look at that, you can, for instance, see the manual more or less. So how to play is taught to you, and you can go here, for instance, to see what are the different traps and stamps and stuff like that. And you can, for instance, have a look at the different tiles you're going to see here. So, for instance, these are too hot, so they are more or less very hot, and because of that they are red. Here you can see this is a broken tile. It cannot be swapped. You can of course get rid of it by doing one of the words over it and stuff like that. So this is more or less what this is all about. Here you can see a couple of different options options of words that can be, or of tiles that can be there, and they are always doing a different kind of point selection more or less. So for instance, if you have that one, that is going to give you 8 points in this case, because it's very hard to get a word with it. And so let's have a look at what we can do here. Just to go a little bit further, I don't think we are able to solve this or something. I'm not even sure if you can solve it. In the end, if you, for instance, clear one of the tiles here, or one of the words, everything is going to go down, more or less like Tetris would or something. And like that you can play it and play it and play it for a couple of hours probably, and do it like that. So let's see if solar is a word for him. Yes, it is. We can use that. And you already saw it. It's going to fall down. And if you have luck, for instance, in this case we had luck, and there was just Lisp in this word part here, and we got all the points for that. Yeah, and this is more or less what the game is all about. You have to go through, and it's a little bit for people who like to puzzle in the end. So if you like, I don't know, crossplays or crosswords, sorry, not crossplays, crosswords, for instance, or you like to Scrabble or something, this might be a pretty nice, interesting game for you. Just try it out. It's free on the Microsoft Store, and you can just try it out if you like this kind of game. Yeah, then I would say let's have a look at the second iteration in this mashup, which is Pinfire. Pinfire is something very, very simple in the end. It's a game where you can fire with pins, more or less, like the name suggests. And what this is all about is that you are going to try to put as many pins into one of the circular areas in the middle. I think there is no timer or something. We can just have a look at that. As you can see, you are going to fire a pin from this position to this position. This one is going to slide around. So if I, for instance, click once, as you can see, they are sliding around. And all you have to do is to avoid any of the already put in pins. And the more pins you can put into this ball without hitting one of the existing ones, the better. So let's see. At the start it's pretty easy, you can just go through more or less. But then be very, very careful, and be aware that, for instance, if you are playing with a Bluetooth device or something, Bluetooth is not the lag-freest input device method you can use, for instance. So if you are going to use a touch display, or if you are using wired connections or something, that's much faster than Bluetooth. So be aware of that, and if you are trying to put a new one in, then just give it a little bit of time, or pre-calculation more or less, to put something more in. And let's see how many we can put. Put in. As you can see, this is more or less the game, so just try to get as many of them. And don't be too fast. As you can see, that might be problematic too. That one is pretty hard to see even. Hopefully I'm not going to put something in. Okay, didn't work out, but this is what it's made. As you can see, from time to time there might be some kind of an advertisement. You just have to go through that. It's the first one I have seen in this game, so it's not that often that you're going to experience that. But just try it out if you like this kind of game. It's really just a very, very small one, which is going to help you to, yeah, more or less overcome some kind of waiting times or something. Okay. Yeah, let's play one more round or something, and then I think this is already pretty clear what this is going to do. Oops. Okay, that was my fault. But in the end, this is more or less what this game is all about. So put as many pins into that area there and into this ball in the middle as you can without hitting one of the other pins. That's what this is all about. Okay, so let's have a look at the third entry in this episode, which is probably a much, much harder one, or at least a much, much more complex and cool game, if you ask me. So let's go into that. I will show you what this is all about. It's a game about theft. So you are going to try to steal stuff. And in the end, you're more or less something like probably something like a spy, but not really, because you're more or less stealing, for instance, artworks and stuff like that. And it's a pretty nice game where you are going to have to navigate through different parts of worlds or maps with your more or less your playing figure, and you are trying to overcome, for instance, police officers or just some kind of officer who is trying to have a look at different items they are trying to protect, of course. And in the end, you're trying to go around them, and you have to hide in the shadows and do stuff like that. So I'm going to turn around. The game is not played with a keyboard or something. It's played with the mouse in this case. And you're going to have to, more or less click on passes. So you're going to click on different points in the world, and you're trying to move your character there. You click somewhere, and then you have to hit the move button, so the character is going to start and run into that direction. The interesting part about it is, this would be something pretty normal, for instance, for a round-based game, but this game is not round-based. So let's have a look at what's going on here. I'm going to go in the career. As you can see at the moment, I have played 5 of the 10 missions of the starting career. It's more or less the tutorial of this, so it's going to be another one after that. But if I click on continue here, as you can see, we are going to have different kind of operations here, or missions in this case. And as you can see, destroy a light using EMP. So we had EMP at the start. I think we are going to let's do that one. That one was fun, and there was not too much new in that, but for you everything will be new, so it's fun. As you can see, you are more or less this guy. So a 3D figure, you are going to watch yourself from above, and now you can, for instance, click somewhere to go somewhere, and then you have to click move to move into that direction. Very important, as you can see, stealth and visible is very, very important for you. So in this case, you can see everything is pretty blacked out, and there are a lot of shadows in this game. This will indicate how much or how visible you are, more or less. And there is a night vision mode, which is going to be, I think, at the third level or something, it's going to be available for you. As you can see, the night vision mode is more or less hiding the shadows, but that's a bit of a problem, so you will have to switch all over again, because otherwise you don't see what the protectors there are going to see. So the security personnel. And we are just going to move just to show you this is what's going to happen here. And as you can see, at the moment we are pretty stealthy, not perfectly, but pretty. And you can, for instance, attack guards, but do that from behind. If they are seeing you, everything is over, more or less. So go from the behind and, more or less drag him over. As you can see, now you can drag. It's not a corp at the moment, so the knocked out person. And for instance, bring him to one of the hidden points. Let's bring him into the shadow. it doesn't really matter for this mission, but there are missions where that will be more important. As you can see, we are pretty stealthy now. And as you can see, it's going to switch between stealth and visible, and there are different kinds of places or whatever, where they are going to be able to see you or not. Oh, I didn't, sorry. I have to drop him, of course. Drop body at the right here. That's going to be necessary for us. As mentioned before, we are not going to need this in this scenario because no one will ever get here, but still we want to be able to see that. As you can see, we are going to go to this part here now. And there's something new in this, because here is a security camera which is going to slide around, and so you will have to be careful for that. As you can see, we can, for instance, move up here, and this is, for instance, a good thing to play this. So first off, click where you want to go, then just have a look if you are going through any of the visible areas or there is somebody here, and then you can go on. You can, for instance, turn your view around, but you're not able to pan or something. So you are always around your character, but you can turn your view around just to be able to see what's happening here. And as you can see, there's a security camera on the wall, and we are trying to go through this museum, more or less, and try to get something from it. And security camera shouldn't see us, and of course all the different guards shouldn't see us neither. So wait a little till this is done and the camera is going the other way around again. Okay, let's go over there. And as you can see, there is a guard there. The good thing is he's sleeping. I already know that. So we don't have to have too much trouble with him. As you can see, I'm fully visible at the moment, so I need to go over here or something. Okay, there we go. As long as nobody else is going to be shouting at me or something, he is not going to wake up, so I can slide through at him. Go to this position. And as you can see, there are two guards in this area. And this is more or less what we are trying to achieve. So get this package. I think you saw me? No. Okay. And as you can see, they are going to patrol more or less at the lightened up parts of the map here. And they can't see me at the moment, I'm stealth. And let's see if we can, for instance, slide through and of course kick one of them then. Let's see. Yeah, everything is dark here, so we can go in here. I will do that after he has moved away. I'm not sure how good he could see me. I think he can't see me at all. But just to be clear, I'm going to go in this direction. And now, for instance, I can already select him. Oh, no, that guy. And the moment I click on take down, he will run over there and try to take him down. But be aware that you would like to do that when he is watching the other way. So let's see what's going on here. In general, you have to just have a look at what the enemy is going to do here. Good thing is, there we go, got him. So now we are going to drag him away. I'm not sure what the other guy is doing. So let's put him here. That should at least bring him to a much darker area. Otherwise he's going to see the body, and that is of course something we want to, we want not to be happening. Was that English? Not sure about it. Okay, we are still pretty stealthy here. And we can of course get him down too, which is a good idea. So first take him down and after that grab what you are going to want to get here. Okay, worked out. Was a little bit troublesome. I was a little bit visible, which wasn't a good thing. But he didn't see me anyway because I came from the side and behind him, and that was okay in this case. So let's go and get our little stuff here. Go up here and of course get what we came for, and after that we have to escape, which is pretty easy in this mission, but in other missions it's going to be harder and harder and harder. So I'm going to move over here. So the other guard is still there, but he can't hear us because he's sleeping, as you already know. And so we can just go out, and excellent, we got out. Yes, this is more or less what the game is all about. You're going to hide behind in shadows and behind stuff, and you are going to try to avoid guards in this case. And of course you are trying to be stealthy, so stealth level was 100% all the time here. Which is good. It just means that nobody ever catched me or something. And here's EMP training. So we got an EMP gun for the last mission already, and this is a new one. I don't know this level at the moment, so let's play that too. Destroy a light using EMP. Okay, we are going to do that. It's more or less a tutorial in this case. So as you can see, we should select our EMP gun, which is over here. Okay, we got it. And now we want to kill the light with it. Shoot light. Okay, let's see. Okay. As you can see, there's some kind of a bullet counter here. So we only have one shot in this mission. And that is very important for us to know. Okay, so next one. Laptop. Find and steal a laptop computer. We need you to enter a corporate office building and steal a laptop that contains very valuable informations. Okay, so here's Mission Control Envy. You already know her. She's going to tell us some kind of stuff all the time if we're playing through here. And now we need to sneak in and get that part. I'm going to activate night vision in this case. Okay, there's nobody here, so we can probably start moving. And as always, try to be stealthy, look around the corners, have a look that nobody is going to come your way. Sometimes they are walking, as you already know, sometimes they are stationary. There's, for instance, one that seems to be stationary. No, he's not. He's running around. Okay. We could shoot him, but we're not going to do that, of course. Okay, got him, but there is a camera over there, so we really need to get moving. Do it. Good, that should be stealth. Here we are. Here we can drop the body now. And now try to get around the camera, which would be a little bit troublesome. Maybe in this case we need to use the EMP gun for the camera then. Let's see. Yeah, probably. Okay, move over here. I think the camera can't see us here. And now we would need to kill that with our gun. Shoot cam. Okay, that seemed to have helped. Yeah, okay. Camera is no longer getting us here. In some situations you can't do anything about it, otherwise the camera would have seen us. Ooh. Two of them running around here. Pretty hard to overcome, and I'm not even sure where I have to go, so let's see how much is visible here. Too much for my taste. Yeah, I'm thinking about what to do. I could try to go around here, but this is the obvious answer. We could try to go into that part here and try over then, but I don't think that's going to help us in many ways. So let's see if we can go around some here. Yeah, okay, worked. Wasn't easy to get around them there. So we need to go up, as it's mentioned here, and go to the laptop to get everything we need, and after that we have to leave too. So let's see, I think this is pretty dark in this case, so we are probably able to go up here. Okay. Yeah, okay, that seems to work. So go over here, try to take what we need to get. And now we have to go back and out of that entrance. It's not even the door here, but it's that entrance. Okay, that's a little bit troublesome. I'm going to go over there. See, yeah, we're not visible in this case. As you can see, it's really a sneaky game. You really have to be very careful with what you're doing here. And they are trying to get you. Hopefully it doesn't see me. No. Okay. It's dark enough. I'm going to walk over there. And let's see how dark it's going to be if we go under there. Probably it's going to work even if I'm just walking here, but we are trying to avoid them. Like that. Oh. Somebody got me. Yeah, okay, and that's over. In some situations you're going to be able to run and stuff like that, so that's fine, but not in all the time, or not in all the options here. And as you can see, we would have to do it again, at least if we want to be at the full stealth level or something, but you don't have to if you don't want to. So you could go with the next mission here, or you are just trying it again and going for the full stealth mode, whatever you want to do here. Yeah, but I think you already know what this game is all about. It's a pretty nice game if you like this kind of stealth parts and stealth. Let's call it shooter, but it's not a shooter in the end. You're going to have to do stealth puzzles and stuff like that. So just try it out. I think it's a very nice game, and you should have a look at it if you like this kind of games. Yeah, and then I would say this is more or less the end of the episode. I hope you had fun. As always, this is, I think, the episode 260, if I'm not wrong. And so we are going to have a special episode next to this one. It's going to be up, yeah, around the weekend. I'm not sure. Probably this weekend or in the next few days at least. So have a look at that, and of course we will see us there. So other than that, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, have a good day, have a good night, whatever time it is for you. Give this video a thumbs up if you did like it, and yeah, more or less, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe if you didn't till now, and other than that, thanks, have a good night, and we see us in the next episode again. Bye. Bye.